Hey guys, today's video is going to be about Bitfinex and how they have ties to Tether. So in the last video we talked about Tether, and we basically talked about how there is a lot of controversy around Tether, how they might not be fully reserved and backed by US dollars, which is kind of a big deal because they claim to be a stable coin pegged 1-to-1 with the US dollar. So in order to really understand the story of Tether, we got to go back and talk about Bitfinex as well because they are very intertwined with Tether. So if you find this video interesting, please make sure to stay tuned and watch till the end. Alright, so let's get right into it. Let us go back to 2012 when Bitfinex was launched by Bitfinex Finance Limited based out of Hong Kong. Now it was designed to be a peer-to-peer Bitcoin trading platform, initially starting out as a simple OTC trading platform. However, it quickly evolved into a full-fledged exchange. In the meantime, Tether Limited, which is the company that issues USDT, was founded in Puerto Rico. But before getting into the details of how they're related, it's important to first understand why Tether matters. So Tether was founded in 2014 by Brock Pierce, Reeve Collins, and Chris Callum. However, as we already know, it's issued by Tether Limited, a company incorporated in Puerto Rico. One of the main reasons why Tether became so popular is because it provided a way to trade cryptocurrencies without having to use traditional financial institutions like banks. Instead, it allowed users to buy and sell digital assets directly from other people without the need for a middleman. In addition to that, Tether also offered a more efficient way to transfer funds internationally compared to what it took with a bank, since transactions were settled almost instantly and they had significantly lower fees than international wire transfers. Now, although Tether is called a stablecoin, it's not actually decentralized like many other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. Instead, USDT is centralized, meaning that the supply of the token is controlled by Tether Limited. And since Tether is not decentralized, it also means that it is not immune to censorship since Tether Limited has the power to decide who can and cannot use the tokens. Despite that, USDT has still become one of the most popular cryptocurrencies in the world with a market cap of nearly $70 billion and is traded on pretty much every major cryptocurrency exchange. Alright, so now that we've covered that, let's get back to how they are intertwined with Bitfinex. Alright, so let's get back into it. At the beginning of 2016, Bitfinex acquired a 10% stake in Tether Limited, and that gave them voting rights and a seat on the board of Tether. Later on, the founder of Bitfinex, John Issika, became a member of the board of directors at Tether, and several other members of the management team of Bitfinex also joined the board of directors of Tether. Not only that, but they also shared infrastructure, which led some people to believe that they are the same company, even though they operate under different names. Well, whether they're the same or not, they both played a huge role in the 2017 bull run. Alright, so let's get into that next. The year 2017 was one of the most exhilarating years for cryptocurrency investors. Bitcoin rose over 15 times in value, Ethereum doubled 7 times, and smaller altcoins pumped thousands of percentages. It was a time where fortunes were made and lost. So during this time, crypto trading volumes soared, and people wanted a quick and easy way to move money in and out of their crypto positions. This is where Tether became super valuable because it enabled traders to move their money in and out of the markets very easily. One of the reasons why Tether became so popular during this time was because it solved a few major problems that were affecting the cryptocurrency industry. First, back in 2017, banks were still not really on board with cryptocurrencies. They didn't really want to allow their customers to trade cryptocurrencies, or even worse, they would freeze accounts that were linked to cryptocurrency exchanges. Second, back then, there wasn't really any centralized exchanges that had high liquidity and offered a wide range of trading pairs. This made it difficult for traders to diversify their portfolios and also limited their ability to trade large amounts of money. Third, many cryptocurrency exchanges were based outside of the United States, and it was challenging for American investors to trade cryptocurrencies. Tether addressed all three of these issues. First, since USDT was not a cryptocurrency, it was not subject to the same regulations and scrutiny that affected other cryptocurrencies. Second, Tether was available on pretty much every major cryptocurrency exchange, which gave traders access to a wide variety of trading pairs. Finally, Tether was available in the United States, and this opened up the cryptocurrency market to a whole new group of investors. Now, it is important to note that Tether isn't the only cryptocurrency that was popular during the 2017 bull run. Other stablecoins like Ripple were also used frequently. However, USDT still remains one of the most widely used cryptocurrencies in the world. Alright, so let's talk about why this is a controversial topic. Now, due to the structure of USDT, it has raised concerns about its transparency and whether it could potentially be abused. Critics have questioned the lack of transparency in terms of how Tether Limited operates, and whether or not they actually have enough money to back up all of their tokens. This is super important because if Tether is not backed by actual dollars, then its value should fluctuate because there's nothing really holding it up. For example, if too many people decide to redeem their USDT for actual dollars, then Tether could run out of money and devalue the token. This concern has been further heightened by multiple investigations that have claimed that Tether may have been involved in market manipulation. And although none of these claims have been proven, it's still a black eye for the company. On top of that, Tether has been sued in the past for allegedly misleading investors. Now, despite all the controversies, USDT continues to grow in popularity. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as more and more people start using the token. Alright, so let's get into the last part. Over the years, Bitfinex has continued to expand its offerings. In 2017, it added support for Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies, which made it a more attractive option for traders. In 2019, they rolled out a lending platform, which allows users to earn interest on their crypto holdings. In 2021, Bitfinex faced another challenge when it was fined $1.15 million by the New York State Department of Financial Services for violating anti-money laundering regulations. Today, Bitfinex continues to operate and offers a wide range of financial products, including spot trading, margin trading, lending, and more. It is still one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, and it plays a significant role in the global cryptocurrency market. Alright, so this brings us to the lesson. So the story of Bitfinex and Tether shows us that sometimes the most powerful entities are not the ones that we can see. Sometimes the ones that control money and liquidity have the real power. Both Bitfinex and Tether are somewhat behind-the-scenes players in the cryptocurrency market, but they have played a significant role in shaping the market and influencing the prices of cryptocurrencies. On the one hand, Tether has provided liquidity to the market and made it easier for traders to trade cryptocurrencies without having to rely on traditional financial institutions like banks. On the other hand, Bitfinex has provided a platform for people to trade cryptocurrencies and has also offered financial products like lending, which has allowed users to earn interest on their crypto holdings. Despite all the controversies surrounding Tether, it remains one of the most widely used stablecoins in the world, and it is still one of the most traded cryptocurrencies on major exchanges. As for Bitfinex, it continues to be one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world, and it is still a popular destination for traders looking to trade a wide range of financial products. The rise of both of these entities shows us that sometimes the most powerful entities are the ones that operate behind the scenes. Sometimes the ones that control money and liquidity have the real power. If you found this video insightful, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We post weekly videos that take you deeper into the topics that matter in the world of crypto. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.